Hey everybody, this is DZ Maven here, and this is probably going to be my first update video on the build of the perfect grade Strike that I have. It's going to be called the Strike Grun, which is actually green in German. I decided that's what the name is going to be here, but I really want to try and put in some sort of update video on the build progress for this year. Not really a whole lot to update on. I know it's been about a couple weeks or so, but progress has been kind of slow because I've been chipping away at this a little bit each night. Mostly I'm working on the legs. This stuff here is parts for the left leg, and I'm kind of separating them out, taking the nubs off, cleaning up, sanding off the nubs, and cleaning up any molding lines on the parts. These are parts that I have not sanded yet right here, and these are the ones I have sanded. Probably taking a break because I am kind of out of sandpaper. I mean, I have some higher grit sandpaper, but I don't like using the higher grit. I like using the finer grit to polish off the nubs and the panel lines and everything, but I'm kind of out of it right now. I do have more on order, which I hopefully should be getting next week, so I can probably continue with this here. Here are the other parts of the upper leg for the left leg on the Strike Grun. I'm going to try to pull the upper piece out here because it's really neat the way the mechanisms in this here. This upper leg is kind of put together right now. I just kind of have it just kind of all staying together for the moment here, but it's pretty neat. I really like it's basically armor on top of armor on top of armor on this thing with all sorts of little moving pieces on the inside. As you can see, it slides open really nicely just like that. And there's a little chrome piece that's kind of on the inside right there. That's mostly going to get painted over in the final build. I do have the parts for the right leg. Those have already been painted up in their primary color. They haven't been detailed up yet. I'm going to try probably do some of that while I'm waiting on my sandpaper to show up here. And close this back up again. But yeah, it's really nice looking leg detail here. Stick that back inside here. And I do have here's the knee part here. This has the metal piece that's inside it. I guess to give some extra rigidity and some weight to it. I do have to kind of sand the nub off of this little piece area on the top here because there'll be a seam line up here, so that's been polished off and everything, so it should be okay there. But yeah, pretty nice. So let me clear these off and I'll show you the painted parts here, which are looking pretty nice here. So I'll be back, cut back in here. Alright, and back here. So here are the parts for the right leg, and they've been painted up with a gunmetal color, just some basic Tamiya gunmetal paint here. They look pretty nice as is, but of course I'm going to go through and do some detailed painting on these with, I'm just going to do some really basic colors here. I got some silver, sort of a darker steel color, and some gold. And I don't know, maybe use a little bit of gray for a few spots maybe. Basically my plan is for this year, and I hope this kind of works out. There was a video I saw online, I don't remember exactly where it is, but there was a technique of basically doing some sort of a soft touch or sort of a tinting of parts using real touch markers and using the semi-gloss top coat from the Mr. Top Coat semi-gloss, using a real touch marker to kind of give sort of a I forget what the effect is called, but almost an airbrushed effect to the parts and filling all the panel lines that way. So instead of me trying to go through here and trying to panel line, gloss coat and panel line all of these things here, I'm probably just going to try doing that and see how that works out. I think that might work out. Because the thing is, I really don't want to put too many layers of paint on the internal frame parts because these all have to move and everything, and I don't want to mess with the tolerances between the parts and everything because I don't want everything getting stuck or fused together because of too many paint layers and everything. So I'm going to keep it pretty simple. So it's probably only going to be maybe about 2 paint layers on here, the base paint layer and the top coat layer, and of course there'll be detailed painting on here as well to kind of fill it out a little bit here. But here's that knee part painted over. It's just standard gunmetal color here. The other thing I kind of want to point out here, I don't know if you can tell in the video here, they're actually, I'm using like 2 tones of gunmetal paint for the internal frame. Most of it's going to be a darker color, but there's also going to be a lighter color that's going to be on most of the parts that are look like they would be external parts. Are going to be more of a lighter color, just to kind of give it a little bit more variation in the color and the base colors. You can, I don't know if you can see it, but it's mostly on these ones. The lighter color is on this outside area, the darker color is on the inside here. I also did it on these parts here too. Lighter color is basically most of this part here, and the darker piece is down here. So I think once that gets detailed up and everything, it'll look probably stand out a little bit more. And here's that chrome part I pointed out before here. I went ahead and painted it over with gunmetal, but I did mask out the chrome areas on some of the pistons and the little vent right there, just so some of that chrome is still there. It seemed like this is weird for such a large chrome piece, and it probably should have been like a regular piece, but I went ahead and painted it up so it looks a little bit more, it matches up with the rest of the internal frame a little better this way. I do have the other little chrome parts that are actually up on little sticks right here, like that here. I'm going to hand paint these. I'm not going to bother trying to spray paint these ones because they're so tiny. I just want to paint the bottom edge around it, just so that it doesn't look like one solid chrome piece. So I think that'll probably look a lot better. But yeah, that's kind of really about where I am at here. I did do the parts for the hip area too. They're kind of right here. They're again waiting to be painted pretty much. They're all prepped. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with this right now. So not really a huge update, but I figured, I really wanted to put some sort of update video out for this year. So anyway, it's still coming along. I've got a lot of supplies on order for this, top coats especially. I already used I used about 1.5 cans of gunmetal spray paint just for this right leg here alone. So I'm going to be burning through paint here on this thing. This is going to be so. So I'm not going to be getting all the paint at one time. That's going to be way too expensive. So it's going to be as I go here. So and I don't think I showed these off here either. Here I did these a while ago. Here these are my sample paint colors here. This is probably the shade of green I'm going for on the outside kit, the yellow, and this blue is mostly going to be on probably on the Ale Striker pack, and maybe a bit on the Sky Grasper. And here I was just testing out that lighter gunmetal color right there, and this is supposed to be the gray I'm going to be using for most of the lighter areas on the kit here, and can't really tell too well on probably the video here, but I'm trying to go for a slight tonal difference. Probably only going to keep it as 2 tones, maybe a really lighter tone version and a darker tone, and I'm trying to do that with a light primer coat and almost a black primer coat. I can't really tell on the video, unfortunately. I may have to adjust my painting style a little bit here just to make it stand out a little better here, but yeah, that's kind of going to be it for now. So just a little bit of an update. So maybe in another couple weeks here, it'll be a lot more. Maybe I should have a leg pretty much done by then, and then I'll show that off for you here. So, but anyway, it's a really fun kit. It's coming along. It's just slow. I apologize. I can't really go any faster with this. Normally if I'm straight building a kit, I can usually knock something out in probably a week or 2 weeks or so. This thing is probably going to take me most of the summer here, like I probably mentioned in my unboxing video. But anyway, I just want to let you guys know where I'm at with that. So anyway, see you in the next review. Right? Bye-bye.